Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day, and today we're talking about some new stuff from Ofra. Now typically with like a small launch like this, I would not review it. You know, it's just kind of just like an average looking palette color scheme, and you know, Ofra comes out with a lot of beautiful highlighters, but it is the packaging that did it for me this time, that made it a whole review. Ofra changed their packaging for this collection and it looks really cute. They already have beautiful packaging as it is, but this collection tops it all. I just think it's so beautiful, especially the highlighters. So let's talk about this Lotus collection. So this is the new Ofra Lotus collection. We have a holographic Lotus little succulent moment here, and then on the inside we have this. It has no mirror, which is a little bit odd, but here is the eyeshadow palette. It is in a cardboard packaging, so it's better for the environment, and the color scheme is very muted, very pretty. It reminds me so much of the Colourpop So Very Lovely palette, and I think that's another garden one it kind of reminds me of too. Stumbling over words, but it looks really pretty, great for cool tone lovers like myself. And then the piece de resistance, which I'm going to test 2 colors today, we have the new Lotus highlighters. Ofra has a lot of highlighter colors. I love them all. But so we have Lights and Lotus Blossom today. These are just so pretty. Like, look at them. Look at the packaging and the design in there. And like, it's so cute, and I love the white and clear. I just think it's really pretty, and today I could not wait to test out these products for you. So that's what we're doing today. We're testing out this brand new collection available on Ofra's website. I do have an Ofra affiliate code. It is code porcelain, so if you want to use it on any Ofra purchases, I'd appreciate it. You know, you can let me know. And let's go ahead and get started with this review, guys. We're going to try it on the eyeshadow palette first, then move on to the highlighters, because I feel like the highlighters is my favorite thing. I'm going to work my way up to them. And also I do have a small business, theopencrypt.com. You can check it out if you want to, or not, you know. I'm not making you. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I'm very excited for today's video. Okay, so first things first, I'm priming my lids with the Jar Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base in Fair. I just tapped a little bit on my lid. I'm just spreading it out now. And this is honestly just like a really good sticky tacky primer that will crease if you don't set it, but since it is eyelid primer, you're always going to set it. So it's going to be fine. I think it's a really good match for me too. Like, you can't even tell like the color difference between my skin and the primer. So the fair shade is pretty good for me. Also, my nails are different today. Look how sparkly pretty. I've been really depressed and sad. Also, my hands are very tan compared to my face. I've been very sad and stuff, so I used the Madame Glam things. They sent me like 3 colors. I will say that the top coat for the Madame Glam gel polishes and stuff, because these are gel polishes. I love gel polishes because I like the long wearing stuff. I will say the top coat was a little on the sticky side, even though I UV did it for a really long time. I kept, you know, putting on the UV lamp for a really long time just to like try to get it to dry down. I felt the top coat was a little sticky, but the colors and stuff are super pretty. So this is, I'll put on the screen the names of the shades that I used. I used just one topper shade on top of a really sparkly one, and I thought these came out really nice. It's just different for me. I always wear black with like a little bit of sparkle over it. These came out very pretty. So that's my nail polish. It's a little bit different. I'm not sure I live for the color on myself because I'm so used to black, but I wanted to try something different since I've been so sad, you know? Anyways, none of my eyelid primer's been sitting for a second. We were talking about nail polish. Let's start with the eye look. So I have the Ofra Lotus palette here, and it looks so pretty with the holographic sticker on top of it. I was expecting, like, before I opened this, right? Before I opened it and, like, saw it for the first time, I was like, oh, it's gonna be, like, a succulent kind of deal. And I was kind of right. It's very cool tone. This is very muted colors. They're not, like, super vibrant, super warm, which I like cooler colors. So this looks very pretty to me. I think it's nice. It's not necessarily like my go-to color scheme, but I get some cooler greens. I get a little bit of orange and neutrals in here too, so it works out fine. For the brushes today, I'm going to be using this big wide shader brush, E59. It's a super fat one. And I'm also going to be using a Sigma Diffused Crease E38, which is the one in my brush set with Sigma. I'm going to use these 2 staple simple brushes because I feel like this kind of palette doesn't call for an extravagant, like extreme, complicated look. So that's what I'm going to use today. So as far as everything goes, I see a lot more shimmers in here than mattes, which isn't bad because the mattes seem like staple mattes. It's just an observation. Then when you look in the pan, if you're not in person, I don't know if it's too easy to tell which ones are mattes. Like, obviously this one's matte, this is shimmer. I feel like we can kind of tell, but I feel like sometimes when it has a shimmer, I expect a little bit of different texture. Not sure, but I'm going to use the Selfless shade, which is just kind of a sandy brown color. Tap off my excess. There's a little bit of kickback in the pan with it, but it's not bad. And I'm going to put this over my crease before my eyelid primer starts creasing on me. So I'm just going to buff this over the crease, really everywhere. It's just kind of our base color going on. And again, this is a very muted palette, so I'm not expecting vibrant colors. But this one is pigmented. It's kind of a sandier shade. You know, I don't understand people who like want a car that's super loud. I don't see the appeal of that. It's very annoying. And it's given small peen, bad in bed energy. So something this palette I feel like is missing for me is a really dark matte color. We have all these muted, beautiful colors, and it's really pretty and nicely composed. However, like, we don't have a dark matte color. We have this red here, which is the shade I'm going to use today. But like, as far as mattes go, these two are it. You got these two. This looks like it might be kind of a satiny shade, and then you got that one. So you only have 3 mattes in here. This one looks like it might be a matte with glitter in it. I don't know. It's just not staple colors. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
I won't be able to get, the sergeant won't be able to email me, keyword, email me something until tomorrow. I gotta call him back at 8:30.
Why?
Because his printer's down.
Honey?
I know.
Sorry about that. I feel like the universe is working against me for like getting anything done today. Anyways, as far as the Lotus palette goes though, the next shade I'm going to use is this, just the darker shade, the Compassion one, because it is the darker shade in the palette, and I really want to darken out my outer corner. So I'm going to go into this shade. It's going to make it more of a berry tone. Quite a lot of kickback in the pan with that shade, which I don't mind since I don't like pan palettes and stuff. Oh, this one's pretty pigmented too. I'm just going to add this to the outer half of the crease. I'm going to kind of extend it out a little bit because, you know, make my eye look bigger probably. I will say, once you put this shadow down, it kind of sticks where you put it. Like, it's not blending the most easy on the edges. I kind of cleaned off this brush and just trying to work it out a little. It's just kind of sticking where I put it, if you can tell. It's not really the most blendable shade in the world, but also could be a pigment. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm just going to try to, like, add on top of the patchiness and kind of blend it out that way. Of course, I can always close it closer to the brush, but I don't really want it that impactful. I'm just trying to pick up the little patch it missed. Okay, so for my shadow now on the lid, I'm going to take this Sublime shade. Just kind of a cool, muted tone I don't think other people are going to reach for, just because it's not like, you know, a really bright color. And I'm just going to put this on the lid. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like a rosy kind of color, like a real rose, not like a, like, you know, the vibrant pink kind of things you see when people reference rose colors. It has like the actual depth to it without being like a dark red, because a lot of roses have like that pinkiness to them too. So here is the shimmer on the lid. So this is not my best look. It's really not. We've looked better, you know. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna pull this together. I'm gonna take the shader brush now to lower lash line. I'm gonna go back into the Selfless shade since we don't really have that many mattes to choose from in here. I'm just gonna dust this under the lower lash line. I think what I'm gonna do to fix just the not great eyeshadow I did on the top here, I think I'm just gonna add a big thing of eyeliner on. I think that's just gonna help. You know, not every look's gonna be ideal. That's what I like to say on my channel. If I can do it, you can do it. Obviously, anyone can do this, but I just did on my face. It's really not good at all. But, you know, not every look is gonna be a successful one. I feel like the palette is fine itself. I did have a little bit of patchiness. This side didn't do it, though. It was just this side, which is where I blurred it out more. I feel like I put the pigment down with the brush, and it had a hard time moving. The other side didn't experience that, so, you know, that could be a fluke. I'm not really sure, but here is my eyeshadow now. I'm gonna pop on some mascara, lashes, eyeliner. I'll be right back. We're gonna try out the highlighters, which look beautiful, you guys. They look lovely. Okay, now it's time for the fun thing that I'm very excited for. I wanted to do this first in the video, but then I felt like I wouldn't have anything to look forward to towards the end. You know, just like an eyeshadow palette. You know, we test eyeshadow palettes all the time, but when do I get to test out a beautiful highlighter? It's been a minute, you guys. Okay, anyways, I picked out 2. We're gonna test. So we have the shade Lotus Blossom, which is more of an icier yellow. It has like a yellow hue to it. It's beautiful. Looks icy white, but in certain lights, like when it's facing me and it's not in direct sunlight, it looks yellowy gold. It's very pretty. And then we have Light, which looked lighter online, to be honest. You know, when you like see the online pictures, it looks lighter. So here's what it looks like. If I turn it this way, you can see the true color. Because I feel like sometimes when I put it this way, it looks brighter. So that's more of the true color. It's more of a peachy tone. We're going to test out both shades today because why the hell not, you know? Also, I do have a shop, theopencrypt.com. I have these earrings up there as well as a whole bunch of other things. Check it out. I'd appreciate it. It's all me. And let's test out Lotus Blossom first, which is the icy golden white one. So I'm testing this just on a regular Sigma brush. Here's what it looks like. And, ooh, okay. Wait, which side's it on? It's on this side. It does have a yellow to it. So let's just... So this is this one. It has a little bit of a yellow gold to it, but I feel like if you don't like yellow, you'd still like this one because it just has like a nice radiance to it without being just flat white. You know, it looks so beautiful metallic. So this is Lotus Blossom, which is the lighter of the two. Now for light, I'm going to take the other side of the brush. Now I'm just going to use the same brush, but other side. So this one is light, like I said. Picked up kind of dark on the brush, a little bit scared. But let's, oh no, it's beautiful. This one's more of a champagne. Ooh, it's so pretty, you guys. It's just so pretty. I want to put it everywhere. So Lotus Blossom has more of a yellowy white to it, just, you know. And this one has more of a champagne kind of pinky moment. I feel like I could put it even lower into my blush. It would look really pretty. So there's both the highlighters. So pretty. I would say I actually think I might like light better just because I feel like I don't have as many of this champagne-y kind of color that work for me. However, this one has like that yellowness to it that I really like, but I do feel like I have similar colors in my collection to this. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face now. And now let's talk about what I think of the collection overall. I think the collection's gorgeous. I think the highlighters are like the star of the thing for me because I feel like this does look very similar to the Colourpop So Very Lovely palette. Or the garden one. They have a garden one too that looks like this. So I do feel like you could get this from other brands for a slightly cheaper price, but the colors are really pretty. I did have one small issue with the consistency of just the darker red shade, just where I packed it on with the blending brush. Again, I could pack it on with the packing brush, but you know, regardless, it's just a small issue. The shimmer went over really nicely. I feel like it could have more mattes in the palette, but overall it's a really pretty color scheme that's not too just punched full of warmth. I feel like I love a cooler tone palette, and I feel like a lot of other people do too, so I feel like it's a really pretty color scheme. The highlighters though, you guys, if you're going to get something for this collection, these are beautiful. I am curious as to if these are in magnetic pans or not, so let's test that real quick. Let me get something to pull this out. So because these, just Ofra packaging in general is a little bit thicker and bulkier, I do have all of my Ofra things depotted. I have a whole video on it. I'll leave it linked down below if I remember. So I'm going to see if I can take something and see if this is in a magnetic pan or not. And it does not appear to be. This appears to be glued down in here, so you cannot depot these. So that is kind of a negative side of it because I can't put them in with the rest of my Ofra highlighters. There may be a way I can figure out how to take this component apart and get it out. We'll see, you know. Maybe I'll contact customer service and see if I can figure out how to get these out of here, because otherwise they're just going to shadow or they're going to take up too much room. Like this is, for 2 highlighters, if you include the clear part, because obviously it's going to take that much space, this is a lot for 2 highlighters in my storage and stuff. So I do feel like it's a little thick. I wish they were depotable like their other ones, but if you're not worried about storage, these are absolutely gorgeous. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I do have an Ofra code. It's porcelain. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to use it. You know, if you're interested in these things, it's really pretty. The highlighter is my favorite by far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.